Cornell's been important to you in your life and also in your marriage.
Well, we started out as two kids from very middle-class families.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Cornell, met there.
Mm-hmm.
And we owe Cornell a lot. You know, I got my MBA there as well as my undergraduate degree. Mom got her undergraduate degree. And as you know, we got married 1 month after she graduated. And Cornell was, we have a lot of friendships and a lot of memories. And so we stayed very close to the place. If you go to a starting line of a race,
Mm-hmm.
and you really in your heart don't believe you can beat the other people that are in the race, I guarantee you something. You won't. If you go to the starting line and you believe that you can win, that you have a positive winning attitude, even if you've lost to them before, that something happened, that's why you lost, but today you can win. If you believe that in almost any situation in life, you have a chance, and otherwise you don't have a chance. Well, in 1957, I was a spare stroke on the Cornell Crew that went to Henley, undefeated, and beat the Russian crew and European crews and won the World Championship.
That was the World Championships
That's
at
right.
Henley, England.
That's right.
In 1957.
I was a junior.
And you say you were spare. Did you race in the World Championship team?
Or I rode in one of the time trials.
Okay.
But not in the finals.
Okay.
I had been stroke of the freshman crew. 1955, it won the national championship.
Okay.
And the second varsity in 1957. In 57, we had two crews at Cornell that were undefeated. First and second varsity. The first varsity, in time trials, we won. The second varsity, we won 40% of the time, but they were very, very close.
Mm-hmm.
At Henley, we won. But then my senior year, coming back, I was one of a few seniors that were on the crew. And we had a tough season and lost some races by a total of 3 seconds over the whole season. And in the intercollegiates, the IRAs and national championships, I got everybody together. I was the varsity stroke, and said if we have to do a 3-mile race against 12 other crews from all over the country, if guys, we're going to do one of two things. We're either going to win, or we're not even going to finish, because you're going to be so exhausted. And since I was a stroke, I set the pace, the first door. I could live up to that accomplishment. Well, and again, the positive winning attitude. I believe some of these kids didn't believe. They had been on the freshman crew the year before, who had never won a race. So I didn't believe they believed in themselves. So they had to believe in something. So believe in fear of not finishing because you're dead, you know.
And that race you went at, so this is a race against who? What are the other crews?
All the major crews in the United States, in Syracuse.
In Syracuse, New York.
Right.
And this is in the spring of 1958.
It was in June of 1958.
June 58.
Right.
So you've already finished your studies for the year.
Oh yeah, we had 2 weeks after studies to get ready for this race.
And then, but then you told everybody if we're either going to win or we're not going to finish.
That's right.
And tell me about that race. What happened in that race?
Well, we started off. We took a 30-stroke start, and we're even with the crews, other crews, and halfway through a 3-mile race. It's 3 miles. It's a long way. Halfway through, we sprinted, which is very unnatural to do. We got a 2-length lead, and then we just kept going out. And we won by over 3.5 lengths.
And you sprinted the whole.
We broke the regular race after sprinting at the halfway mark. But the important thing is that these kids, once they got ahead, and they realized they could be winners, we were. And we won the intercollegiates. In the New York Times, I have you've seen it.
I've seen that.
Front page of the New York Times had Cornell wins 3 intercollegiate crew races. And it says, Allison Danzig wrote the article. He was a great covering crew. And crew in those days was a fairly big sport. We had 20,000 people at the race. Mm-hmm. And he said, hail, all hail, Cornell, never greater than today in all your years of rowing history.
And then they put you in their athletic hall of fame.
Yeah, through some subterfuge.